Шановні колеги, ми продовжуємо.
Good afternoon, dear colleagues. We continue our working day, and now I give the floor to Ministry of Defense spokesman on ATO-related issues, Colonel Oleksandr Motuzyanyk. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Now, the information about the events in the ATO area during the last 24 hours. We start our briefing with good news. During the last 24 hours, in the result of the military actions, no Ukrainian serviceman was killed or wounded. The Lugansk area, the main hotspot was Krymske village, where the enemy delivered 2 mortar and 2 artillery shellings. Also, occupants violated ceasefire in 2 villages on the bank of Seversk-Donetsk River in the region of Shastya, Nizhny Teplому and Lopasne. In Popasnyansky region, it was calm yesterday. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Lugansk area, there were 9 enemy shellings, including 4 with the use of heavy weapons. The Donetsk area. Intensive shellings between militants and ATO forces continue in Avdiivka production area. At that, the occupants launched at our positions about 40 mortar mines. Also, enemy shellings were in Lugansk with the use of armored vehicles and Verkhnyotoretsky mortar shelling and Butovka mine positions. Ukrainian forces actively returned fire. On the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Donetsk area, there were 10 shellings, including 5 with the use of heavy weapons, mortars. The Mariupol area, number of enemy shellings decreased. The most difficult situation is in Shirokino and also in Krasnogorovka. There were 3 mortar shellings delivered by Russian occupation forces. Also, occupants violated ceasefire 6 more times. And on the whole, during the last 24 hours in the Mariupol area, there were 17 enemy shellings, including 5 with use of heavy weapons. In Donetsk and Mariupol area, there were 3 flights of enemy air drones observed. And in Mariupol area, the enemy used complexes of artillery reconnaissance and GSM communication channel intercept complexes. And also we have confirmed losses of the enemy. 1 killed from so-called 100th Brigade of Russian occupation forces. SBU found 4 caches of arms in the region of ATO. These caches were equipped in Lysychansk and Starobilsk region of Luganshina and Bakhmutsk and Mariinsk regions of Donetchina. On the whole, they seized 2 artillery shells, 5 grenade launchers, 3 anti-personnel mines, and 1 anti-tank mine. 7 grenades, 99 shells for grenade launchers, and 2 kilograms of plastides, and 4,000 cartridges to different types of weapons. And also at Volnovakha checkpoint, police officers detained a man with the dangerous freight. In the car, stopped by police officers, there were 4 grenades RGD-5, more than 60 cartridges of 5.45 millimeter of caliber and TNT block. Also, yesterday, police officers in Mariupol prevented the resident of Kiev to transport weapons. They confiscated 3 hand grenades and more than 50 cartridges to machine gun. The man explained that these confiscated objects he found in one of the villages at the line of confrontation. And 1 more former militant got the chance for peaceful life in Ukraine. Yesterday, Slavyansk city court released from criminal responsibility a former militant who voluntarily led arms and started to cooperate with SBU in the framework of the program that is called They Wait for You Back Home. This man served at the enemy checkpoint, and at the same time he didn't take part in military actions. Now he returned to his mother, and his example is one of the many. Those who didn't commit heavy crimes can return to and get a chance for peaceful life. Information about training. Officers to be of the Air Force of Ukraine underwent intensive training. Yesterday in Kharkivshina, drill exercises were completed. These were the students of Kharkiv National University of Air Forces, named after Ivan Kozhedub. They marched and they have live fire exercises and rehearsed actions to suppress the forces of the imaginary enemy, and also they had some training in repair works and camouflaging aviation equipment. In Energodar, Mykolaiv Oblast, anti-terror training were completed by National Guardsmen. And during the week, they were trained how to prevent terror attacks at South Ukraine nuclear power plant and in adjacent territories. According to the scenario of the training, imaginary enemy repeatedly tried to commit subversive acts and intrude the facility, but due to skills and actions of National Guardsmen, these attempts were stopped, and servicemen of special units of SBU and National Police rehearsed the release of hostages and counteraction to subversive groups. So this is all information for now. Do you have questions? If there are no, thank you.